Don't we look very sweet and playful and nice and kind today?
Yes, we do. Y'all already know I'm finna start it off inappropriate as fuck.
Why she gotta be a whore?
Because that's what we are. It's horrible decisions,
Not
guys.
me.
Well, bitch, yes, you hoe. You absolutely a hoe.
Am I?
Absolutely. I ain't gonna hold you. Every time I walk in the last lap, I be like, wonder how many of you bitches Weezy done fuck.
Yo!
Literally, I'm like, yeah, that look like Weezy type right there with your whole ass. Anyway, y'all, welcome to another episode of Horrible Decision.
Mandi's not
I'm
lying.
your girl, Mandii B.
Hi, everybody. I'm Weezy, and we're doing a love episode today.
Which, definitely Weezy's idea, because I'm still on some fuck love shit, but I know what I want to manifest, so I'm glad we're doing this episode.
Yeah, that's great.
Mm-hmm. I want to manifest.
So I wanted to do this episode because I felt like a lot of people were saying to me, they were like DMing me about what's the frequency thing you listen to, da, da, da. And I was like, yo, on some real shit, I really think I've just been manifesting things and talking really good about it. And manifesting for me started more so like on some money shit. And then I was like, I'm gonna just get a nigga like this. But I don't want it to seem phony or you feel like I'm just gonna like talk up this thing that I want. I think all manifesting is turns you into a positive thinker and then your heart is just more open for shit. A lot of my friends and even myself have been in this predicament where like we just won't let a nigga go or somebody that's just holding us back. And that has really kept me from love. Breakups be taking a long time. You know what I'm saying? And I think after that moment happens, you kind of feel lost. So I actually partnered with a witchy bitch, a psychic,
Of course you did.
medium.
Of course you did.
To get
like, none of this is surprising. And that's why when I even saw the outline, I said, oh, y'all gonna hear a lot of Weezy today.
No, we can talk about it together. But no, her name's JD, and I know her through a friend of mine named Steph. And basically, I did a reading with her, but I'm not like consistent with psychics. Sometimes I'll come to you, I might want to know something, but I feel like I will use it as a crutch for everything. And I've seen people just get to that place where they're like, oh my God, well, I have to listen to what my psychic told me or whatever, my spiritual guide. But I know that JD's helped a lot of people, so I had her give me a big list, and I'm going to give y'all her handle and shit like that so you can hit her up. Anyway, let's talk about it. So we went to the Shits and Gig show at Town Hall.
Yes.
Had a good time. Mandii and I hung out. Crazy.
Like for a whole day.
That was nice.
Like, hold on. We went to Eden. Were you with us all night? No, you left us. It was me, Weezy, and Alex, and then Alex's partner, and then Weezy's boyfriend joined us. We went
Mandii was a fifth wheel.
We went from, I deadass was a fifth wheel. We went from dinner, because we had a business meeting. Then we went to Pergola. Somehow we got Weezy to join us at fucking Pergola. Because me and Alex's woman, we right here. We ran into Pergola. We ran into each other 2 weeks before Pergola.
I hate hookah.
That's my shit. I don't even smoke hookah, but Pergola's my vibe. The niggas with money is there. The bitches is pretty. The music is nice. The food is good. And then we end up at a place that you like better.
What was that after?
Elsewhere.
Yeah. Where's that?
Then we go to Elsewhere.
Oh, no, we went to Dumbo House.
Oh, we went to bitch. We went to 5 places in one night. Then we went to Dumbo House. That's more Weezy speed. We had one drink. That ain't my really.
Wait,
that ain't really
what's crazy is,
and I almost lost my
Can we
girls
talk
there.
about Empanada or no?
Oh,
Because I thought that's how our night would have ended. Mandii got in a fight 2 nights before we went out, and who would have known? We ended hugging.
I did. I had a whole. I had to cover
that's
up
a Mercury and Gatorade. So
yeah,
while we're there. But I come back from the bathroom and Mandii and my man are like talking seriously. She's in his face.
I don't remember what the fuck I told him because I'm blacked out.
Not in a sexual way. But like they are
definitely
talking,
not a sexual way.
They are talking close, nigga.
Well, because the music was loud.
I know, but I'm like, oh my God, this convo's getting deep as fuck. And it was going on a little too long. And I'm like, that was spilling my secrets. Damn, we finna fight. So we get in the car and he starts driving. I'm like, so what happened? And he laughing. He was like, you pressed. You couldn't wait to ask me what the fuck happened. I'm like, what happened? He's like, Mandii said some really nice things about you and I's relationship. He said she told me that I guess you read the love chapter or whatever, or some chapter I talked about him in the book. And you had said to him that you feel like he was a good fit for me, that you liked him. He said, and one of the things she said is that she doesn't mind listening to me talk, and she hated listening to your ex talk. And I was like, wow.
Well, I didn't like him. I thought he was, the first night we met him, first off, I thought he was a racist. Like his friend was a white boy, and the way we had a conversation about black women that I didn't like. That night, it was something. What was it? It was a chapstick or something. There was something, and his friend was white. He had a white boy that night. They said something about black women because we all went from that party to Last Lap. I never liked him, and I thought he was like a clout chaser. Like the way he even showed up at our live show and had to be seen, had to be by our meet and greet, and just made his presence like, bitch, sit back. I just didn't like him.
I'll be honest, I agree with everything you said. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But the clout chasing, that to me is supportive boyfriend.
Okay.
He was holding shit. He was helping take pictures. Like,
yeah, I guess.
And you remember he surprised me at the show. I thought he was on a trip.
Yeah, I just didn't like his energy.
I think that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, he was a shitty person.
Girl. No, he was.
He was shitty.
But yeah, so you were giving the tee up on that. And then you said to him, Weezy is changing and you better not fuck up our brand, nigga.
Oh, I did say that. That's what I said about my money. I said, nigga, don't come here fucking up my money. I did tell him that.
So then I guess he asked you, why do you feel like it's changing? And you're like, oh, you know, whether it be a rebrand or things from the book or her not wanting to talk about XYZ.
And I said, nigga, we going on tour. Don't get her ass pregnant yet.
And
bitch.
he said, you were like, well, if you had a boyfriend that, and you started progressing in a different way and you wanted family, do you think you would slightly change? And you said, yes.
I mean, yeah, I think that's where we've been with this brand altogether. I think there's a mental toll that this show takes on reading the comments and people making it seem like we don't deserve happiness or that no one will ever take us serious or like all we can talk about is hoe shit and we're the scum of the earths. I think everyone deserves love. I think that and the way that we have people in sex work on this show where the normal person may not believe that they're deserving of those things. And for us to actually visually see it and have relationships with people within this space, I think, I think that over time, like, bro, we're both 33 years old. Like, eventually, yeah, I don't want to talk about the dick I sucked last night. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I would love to have more thought-provoking conversations. And so, yeah, I think, again, even the throuple, me asking their permission to talk about them. Bitch, I used to not give a fuck. This is my motherfucking show.
I know.
Talk about
when
what
you
I want to talk
said
about.
that you asked them, I was shocked.
Yeah, like I'm very considerate of the people that are in my life. I want people to support what we have going on because even I went to the Need to Know Mixer and
what's that?
Shout out to Savon, Reggie, Alex. They're a podcast and they held a mixer.
Oh, Need to Know podcast.
Yeah, Eden DJ'd at it. And a week after we went out, literally it was just a couple nights or last weekend, someone came up to me and was like, I just want you to know that you changed the path of my relationship. Like, I'm married now, but what your podcast has done for my relationship means so much. And I don't know if you hear it enough, but I just want to thank you. And I don't think people understand that, yeah, we sit here and share, we're vulnerable with our dynamics with our own personal lives, but that this show isn't just about hoe shit or pushing a negative stigma or narrative out there. It's changing people's lives. And I just want us to continue making a brand that is positively impacting people, even when a lot more people don't think that that's what our brand is.
I've constantly had conversations about this with people that like feel like the work is frivolous, and like that conversation of my homegirl not understanding me, like much like y'all that listen to this show that haven't really told your friends or family or even your partner some of your desires or the way you want to live your life. I still go through that, and I literally put my sex life on the forefront. So yes, like this shit really becomes a sisterhood, a brotherhood, and just like family type shit. I had a guy come up to me, shout out to you, I don't know who you are, was like, I'm from Mexico. I was at Meatpacking and ran up to me and said, hey, I'm Whore Hive, and like hugged me. And I was just thinking like, damn, you really don't know who you're talking to when you're talking to these people. But I know that people that love horrible decisions, like this is my tribe.
Yeah.
And I haven't necessarily felt that warmth and acceptance from people that don't understand this.
I think it's also different. I think when we first started the pod, there was a connection that people felt because we were both in corporate.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bitch, I was at La Línea the other day waiting on a friend because we were doing dinner at Frankie's next door. So I go into La Línea and shout out to you. I know you're a listener, and the two ladies that saw me sitting in there, they were shocked. They were like, I know you and Weezy say y'all be outside, but like, you're in here with no security. you're literally at La Línea during happy hour on a Tuesday. And I was like, nigga, we do regular shit and we be outside. Like, and it was just interesting for them to humanize us. Like, because there's still like now this celebrity element that removes us from reality that makes it seem like our experiences aren't ones that they can have. And I'm like, bitch, we be outside. We be meeting niggas on dating apps. We be motherfucking doing regular shit. Like, I want our audience to still have that connection, to see themselves in us as well, while we're ascending in our professional careers too.
Well, I don't want to be like this forever, bitch. When I become Beyonce, fuck all you niggas. But anyway, no, I definitely feel like that. I love that, like, I've been on vacation and in my hotel, I run into a fan.
Yeah.
I've become friends with fans, and actually, not to call her a fan because I'm such a fan, but Naked Beauty, shout out to Brooke Devard.
Yeah, Brooke is great.
Right? I went to her event for her new fragrance. Go check it out. It's this orange blossomy sandalwood smell. It's great. So I'm at this dinner for her fragrance, and she literally said to me, you know, I listen to Horrible Decisions every week, right? I'm like, mind you, if anyone follows Brooke, she's very Nara Smith to me. And I'm not saying that because her husband's white.
Very much
I'm not. I'm saying that because you get to see this family dynamic and luxury and glam lifestyle. And I love that shit. I love watching Black luxury. I hate when we act like Black girls doing rich shit is like not normal because I know these bitches.
Right.
So we're laughing about it. She pulls it up and she's like, what the fuck? Like, I listen every week and I'm like, what the fuck? So she's like, what does so-and-so look like? I'm showing her scissors. I'm showing her my man. I'm showing her old bae. She's like, oh shit. And I'm laughing to myself on the way home. Like, why would I think a podcaster that has a husband and kid and all this other shit couldn't connect with me or enjoy us, right? Because every time I've seen Brooke don't have Horrible Decisions energy. Right. But Brooke is still a Black woman that understands the ethos and world of sexuality, friendship, whether we're friends or not, all of the shit we talk about, like, this can connect to anybody. So, yeah, it does kind of annoy me that people think Horrible Decisions listeners have a look.
Yeah.
Because I've heard that joke all the time. They must be one of yours. Like, why? Because...
Oh, yeah, no. But let's be very clear. Bitch, meet and greet, you be quick to be like, oh, you listen to us, look at your little innocent looking ass. You be calling out the motherfucking girls at the meet and greet too. Like,
honestly, white girls that listen to Horrible don't surprise me. It's white girls that look like they shop at Hollister that surprise me.
I'm not playing with you.
Like, there's a certain type of white, like when a bitch looks like she lives in Brooklyn, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, whatever. When white. I was at Pumps, which is a dive bar, strip club. Why are you nodding your head, Dave?
Dave, like, I be up in there.
No, has anyone else been to Pumps?
I've never even heard of it.
Dog. Me and my nigga driving back from Habibi. I'm like, oh, it's a strip club, let's go. We get in there, there's no cover, but you must tip every single girl $1 during their dance.
Oh.
Which feels like nothing, right? I felt like I was, how would you describe this place? It feels like a truck stop, right? It feels like a truck stop, but it's a dive bar and it's a strip club.
How many strippers were in there?
Maybe 15. Okay. Maybe less.
Okay.
But they're like dancing to metal and shit. Like, it's a beer vibe. Like, it's weird. One white girl literally is like, oh my God, I can't believe you're here. I was like, is she saying that because I'm pretty? And bitch, she's like, no, I listen to Horrible. And I'm like, what? Like, it was so strange to me. But then I realized, like, oh, you're a stripper. Duh. I'm your people, bitch.
Hello.
I don't know. Anyway, the weirdest moments in my life, flight attendants.
Yeah.
Bitch, a doctor. People listen to the show and I forget. So it reminds me not to talk too much shit about people.
But also, shout out to all of our fucking listeners, because y'all are why we do this.
By the way, we had a guest on our show.
Okay.
Who I ran into. I don't know, I'm a piano concert with my man. Why are they talking about running a train on me?
Not running a train on you.
It's a woman that has been on the show before. And basically, me and her was like hugged up for a second. He was like, what the fuck is this?
Oh.
And it was just like, both of you guys want to fuck me.
Oh my God.
So anyway, I think that's going to happen this week.
Okay. She's going to run a train on you with another woman? Or
no, with my man.
With your man. She's going to...
They're going to like slut me out. Okay. I guess it's not a train, but like...
She going to have a strap on?
I think so.
Okay. I'd like to hear about it.
I just want to both the straps.
Wow.
Wouldn't that be hot?
I don't know. I'd like to hear about it.
I would like to see it.
I wouldn't like to see it. I'd like to hear about it. There was a reason why I didn't say I'd like to see it. I don't think I'd like to see it, but I'd like to hear about how that
Bitch, I
happened.
want to do some crazy shit.
I like to see how that goes.
So, all right, let's get into vanilla shit.
Let's get into it.
I found an article from Huffington Post, since we're talking about love, about really bad dating tips.
Okay.
Some of them I actually didn't think were bad. So I thought,
what? It's
you
funny,
looked at it?
because of course I did. I thank you for the outline. You know I like to get ahead of the curve here.
Some of them weren't bad to me.
When you sent me it, I actually was reading it and I was like, I'm surprised that Weezy chose this because a lot of this
is good advice.
I didn't think so, but I thought you would think so. So I was like, this is about to contradict her whole horrible decision outline. So I'm curious as to why you don't think these are good tips, because I agree with these being bad advice.
Okay, some of them are bad, some of them are not, I thought. I'm a mix.
I would like to know which ones you think are not. So let's go through it, because I read this and I was like,
feel free to jump in.
Please, Wolf, jump in. Because you a little...
So
we ain't even going to call you a hotep
basically,
no more, but you got your different views.
They're saying that this is quote unquote bad advice that readers said they've received or come across.
Yes.
Sent in.
So real quick, Wolf in the audience, these are things that they consider to be bad advice when dating.
First quote, it will happen when it's supposed to happen. A psychologist in the Bay Area says, just waiting for it to happen is bad advice. The truth is, everybody has a busy life. Finding the right person requires kissing a lot of frogs. Don't expect love to come to you. Go find it. I feel 50-50.
Okay.
You can't sit in the house and expect to find love. But I think when someone's on a super prowl, I don't think you find it.
I don't think that this is, I don't think this is bad advice. I do believe, again, you're not going to fall in love with your Uber Eats delivery person. Like, you're not just going to come to your doorstep.
It's not like
yeah, I don't think this is
waiting for love to happen is okay. You got to live your life.
Yeah.
I just think maybe that has to do with people that just sit around. A homegirl just came to visit me this weekend and she's gorgeous. Okay, like I literally was saying to her when we were out, she's like, yeah, I mean, I've just been taking care of my daughter. I've been home. I really don't go anywhere. I just kind of date on vacation when I'm in New York, LA, or the Bay. And I'm like, what? The fuck? How? She's like, I just don't. She's living in Charleston, South Carolina. Shout out to Erin. She's like, I'm home. I'm like, Erin, but you've got to go and date.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are you not dating?
Does she want someone right now?
I think she's interested in dating, but she just feels like it's not there.
But she dates. So that's the other thing,
in New York, LA, or the Bay.
Right, but that's dating. I think that's the thing, and that's where I'm at right now. Like, I'm in a rut. Like, the idea that I'm considering poly, I don't know what a relationship looks like. I don't know what I think would make me happy with another person right now. So I'm just enjoying being around people when I am around them. I'm not actively looking for a relationship right now. And maybe that's where she's at.
Well, I just mean that if you would like a partner, which she's expressed that she would, you know, like my man.
Oh, I would like one, but
he was like, why aren't you at least going to some bars and meeting people in the area and doing something? And I think it's the notion that, right, she's a girl from the Bay, lived in New York. Now that she's in Charleston, she's like, but it's not those places. But I don't think that doesn't mean that they're not there.
Right.
So I think people in smaller cities feel like if they go out, they're going to run into the same people, which I can empathize with. So if that's any of y'all listening, I think that may not necessarily be the way to go. I think you can still connect with people. Listen, just like her, if she walked into a bar, a nigga wouldn't expect a girl like that coming in like, damn, why hasn't she been out? A lot of people don't be out in the streets. Yeah. So go find your nigga.
What's other bad advice?
Create a list of what you want. Someone said, I've heard this far too often. People think creating a specific list will help them find love that's compatible. My experience is the opposite. And it is important to have a general idea for red flags, but my best relationships emerged with people who were so different from what I thought I was looking for. That is from a pastor.
You already know I think that's bad advice.
Creating a list?
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm sure you do.
I like creating a list.
I'm sure you witchy ass, hotepy ass, let me follow the signs and stars and moons and universe ass people.
Let me ask you this, Mandii. What? Have you ever created a list of what you want for your life? 5-year plan, money?
I mean, I'm not going to lie. Where I'm at right now, I mean,
Goals.
It changes, but even like the vision board thing, I'm not really into that anymore either. Like, I think it changes so much for me. Like, where if I wrote a list a year ago of what I want, I think that list would look completely different today. So to me, I'm in a place where I'm ever changing, ever evolving. being in therapy, and I think with this podcast and being around all these different people, my eyes and heart and ears and pussy is open to so many new things that I think a list would limit me.
So I think what's crazy about the list thing, I said it on Horrible in the casting call, like,
yeah,
I want this, I want this, I want that. And I really did get it. I literally said, and I laughed about it when I looked at it the other day and I showed it to him. I want my man to look like he fuck white girls, but don't. And literally, I feel like everybody thinks that when they see a dude with gauges or piercings or whatever, right? A black man. But yeah, I really got exactly what I wanted. And I do believe not just the list, but the list wasn't always aesthetic. It was a lot of the ways that he would treat me. I wrote about how I wanted the person I ended up with to encourage me to be with my family. Like, that to me is really important. I've got not a big family, we all know. I wanted that man to tell me all the time that I need to be doing XYZ. I wanted a family man. I think writing a list is healthy. I don't think it's bad because I think that not enough people are doing it for themselves with a life plan. Like, I do think people need to be writing down where they want to be at. Writing numbers down that are realistic. Don't write down $1 million, but if you want to make 125 in the next year or two, yeah, you should be writing that shit down and figure out how you're going to get there. Maybe right now your job pays you 75, right? How are you going to get this other 50? Talk about the side gigs you need to do, what creatively you should be tapping into, what are the remote jobs, whatever it is, asking for a raise. If we're not putting that pen to paper, sometimes I don't think we really believe shit gonna happen.
Okay.
You know? I feel like you've and I have talked about doing that though.
But I'm not doing that with love or a nigga.
Oh, bad advice. No one wants to date someone with a child. Definitely bad advice.
Bad advice.
That's bad advice.
I think that's fucking terrible.
I do think that's bad advice.
It says movie first dates are okay.
I think that is bad advice.
Agreed.
I don't think that a movie date with your big ass age, like, again, all we do is talk about the need to communicate. A dinner and a movie takes you completely away from the person.
Can't talk.
It disengages you. You can't talk.
Dumb first date.
I think a movie date is a dumb first 3 dates. I think a movie date is something you should do once you're invested in the person. You guys just want to be around each other, but disconnect for a bit.
Only time a movie date can be good is if you have dinner plans right after, because you get to dissect about the movie, but you really don't even talk to each other.
I don't think you don't talk to each other at all. And if I'm in a movie and nigga want to talk, yo, shut up. I'm trying to see what the fuck is going on.
The only first date that was good that I saw a movie with was is it the Joker? What was the one? So he was like, what are your plans? I was like, my bad. I really would link up with you for a drink, but I got to go see this shit. And he was like, ugh, bad first date, but I'm going to see it with you. And it's funny because I did feel like I couldn't connect with him because I was like, looking at him and shit, I'm like, damn, he kind of cute. Like, I was starting to get excited. I'm like, we want to talk and flirt. It wasn't good.
Yeah, that's fine. But we also just went out. We know you have ADD. You could have your attention on a movie. This thing, like, you'll be all over the place. Me, I'm watching a movie. I ain't even looking at this nigga.
What if the movie is outdoors?
What the fuck my ADD got to do with anything, bitch?
Your ADD, you not going to be super into the movie anyway.
Oh, ADD, shut the fuck up. Next one. Stop expecting so much. It says,
I hate this one.
I hated this one too.
This is what the fuck you just told me, ho?
No. I was told to stop expecting so much from love and to manage expectations. I don't agree. Love makes the world go round, but it doesn't mean compromising on personal values.
This is bad advice. Have your expectations, bitch. Or you know what? Have your standards. I will say expectations.
Oh, that's a good one, having standards.
Because expectations lead to disappointment. If you have these grandiose expectations with how a person that you don't know should show up and treat you, bitch, once they don't show up or they ghost you or the dick ain't as big as you wanted it to be, you're going to be let down. But I do think that you should go into dating with knowing what you want. If you want a person to respond within a certain time, if you want to be treated, if you want to be taken out before they come to your house, if you want a certain fucking level of dates. Like, if you're like, nah, nigga, I want to go to a Michelin star restaurant on Omakase, don't take me to motherfucking 2 for $20 Applebee's. You can have those things and set those things as being realistic, but I think that...
I don't think that's realistic. I mean, that was extreme, but...
I mean, it was extreme. But if you want to go to an omakase, because that's what the fuck you do on your own, don't accept a nigga to take you out to some motherfucking pizza shop. I can't expect a nigga to feed me how I feed myself. And here's my thing. Expectation-wise, maybe not. It's fine. I'm loud enough. To me, maybe yes. it's bad to expect a person to do that, but if that's my standard and you can't meet that standard, then you have to be okay with recognizing that a man out the gate won't meet the expectations you'll have for him later, if that makes sense.
Okay. So when it comes to type of dates you need, and when it comes to them being expensive dates, I actually think if you seriously need that, you actually can't just date any type of nigga.
Well, no, mind you,
I think women putting those expectations, like, you need to be, omakase is expensive, Mandii. It's $150 a person.
I mean, yeah, but they have some cheaper ones in the city.
They do.
I follow them.
But you said Michelin star.
TikTok. Oh yeah, them like 300. That could be later, but to me, again, I'll go to a fucking omakase and then a dive bar and do pickleback shots. It's highs and lows over here, miss.
Yeah, but that might be too high for the nigga.
I realized after my ex, don't want a meal being too high for you, darling.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not doing that again. I'm not doing someone who has to wait for a check to take me out to eat. That's not the dynamic that I want in anyone that I'm considering actually dating. Like, me and Van, there was a tweet that just went viral, especially now that his co-host got to pay $16,000 a month. Someone else just got divorce.
Oh, sorry.
Support. Tina Knowles.
Wait, Van Lathan's Rachel Lindsay has to pay $16,000 a month? Rachel getting money life.
Bitch. Well, no, that's why she said, bitch, now I got to work more. They came out and said she makes like $60,000 a month. She has to pay him $16,000 a month in their divorce. Miss Tina Knowles just broke up with her nigga.
$300K.
Gotta pay, not to Miss Tina Knowles, but we're reaching a dynamic where as women are making more money, where, you know, y'all love she wasn't with me shooting in the gym. A lot of these men's now are making less.
A lot of these men.
A lot of these men's now are coming after the pockets. Look what even Iman was trying to ask from Tiana Taylor.
Yeah,
like, there's a lot of
Iman was trying to get money from Tiana?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's trying to get deep into that music money.
Trying to get deep into the bag. So, like, and they're no longer wanting to pay, like, so where the women are now outperforming or out.
Does he not play basketball anymore?
No, he ain't played for about 4 or 5 years. Like, it's getting to a point where women are out earning, looking for partners that love them. They're getting married, and then these niggas is like, spousal support me, baby. Take care of me now.
Bruh.
So I'm now to the point where though I don't want marriage, I'm no longer in a place, and me and Van agreed, one notch, like tax bracket wise, maybe one above or one below. I'm not dating somebody that makes a lot less than me. And when me and him were dating, he's a retired person who made what he made. I made 5 times his income. Not happening anymore. No, not doing it. I'm not subjecting myself to, and this is what it was in that relationship. Bitch, if I wanted to go to town, I was paying the bill. Like, he didn't believe in spending $200, $300, $400 on a meal. That's the food I like. And so if I wanted it, I brought him to experience what I like. I'm not doing that no more. I want a nigga like what you said you enjoyed a little bit with your ex, was that y'all were on the same bougie level. Y'all could both afford the things that y'all like to do. That's where I'm at. You know, and that's all I'm accepting.
It's crazy because in my relationship now, we're eating out lavish once a week and regular once a week.
I'm fine with that.
And I was like, I can do this forever. I hope you can do this forever, nigga, because I can do this forever.
Yeah.
So, and we pick our meal, you know what I mean? And he literally said to me, like, I'm really dating a hotep, bro. Like, he wants to eat, I swear to God, this is not a joke, raw before 4, then we have one meal. I am tired of dating Wolf. Like, in the mornings, it's fruits or nuts or whatever. It's raw food. And then one meal. Like, every time we see an older black couple, he's like, that's what we're going to look like, babe. Like, you see how they look? Like, that's what we have to look like. Like, we must be healthy.
We must be healthy.
Sick of it. But, girl, let me tell you something. I hope he's not watching this. My homegirl was staying with me for like a month and a half, right? And normally he'll stay over on the weekend. And we see each other once a week. I mean, during the week. Every time he leaves, and I didn't know I was doing this, Mandii. She was like, why do you keep ordering pizza?
As soon as that nigga leave. Girl, I ain't gonna hold you. Every time me and that nigga broke up, I went straight to order carnitas. Add bacon. Nigga, every time me and that Muslim motherfucker broke up, I'm going to Chick-fil-A. Give me the carnitas.
So we're coming to this thing now of like, what the fuck are we gonna do, bitch? Because we know you eat too much. So when we went out to eat last night, we went to Blue Ribbon and we ordered, the omakase and shit. He's like, look, I'm cool with all this gluttonous shit if it's the night out. But like, now we're in this point of like, how are we gonna keep healthy? And I was like, bruh, I need, like, I don't think you eat to live. I live to eat. When we go on vacation, he's like, oh, this beach looks great. And I'm like, yo, look at this Michelin star spot. That's how I vacation.
I do that with my friends. Yeah, I like doing that. I'm not going to hold you. I love not having a nigga in my place anymore because I'm one of them. I eat like, if I'm at home and I'm hungry for dinner, I could have chips and dip.
Me too.
Oh, yeah. I ain't got to eat a whole meal. I eat like a fucking bird. And I love it.
I might do the chips and dip. Then I might have popcorn raisins. Then I want a little cheese and crackers.
That's like, that's my dinner.
Maybe I'll have a taco. Maybe I'll go to Uber Eats. Maybe I'll go downstairs, get a little boop boop. Anyway.
Maybe I'll do a little oodles and noodles.
So,
listen, real regular shit.
This one is interesting. Final one, bad piece of dating advice. Don't go to bed angry. This is the worst advice. It said, I've stayed up fighting for 4 days straight. Literally didn't go to work just so we didn't go to bed angry. Sometimes it's better to disagree. I guess she was telling a joke, but I'll be honest. I don't want to go to bed angry either. I don't care what anybody says. I think that's good advice because the one time that we did it, it made my next day terrible, bro.
Okay.
I fucking woke up. I showed up at work. I was just feeling off. I don't like something that's unresolved. Maybe we're agreeing to disagree, but there's got to be some type of like I don't want to hang up the phone still tight. Right? Like that shit is really tough.
Well, did we not just have this conversation?
Tell me, what do you guys talk about?
Time and place. Bitch, go to bed angry. If I don't want to talk and I'm not in a place to where we can meet or resolve at this very moment, grow up, deal with it. Like we can be angry. We're human beings. The idea that we have to resolve an issue or get over something because you absolutely need to and the sun is down does not work for me. Mm-hmm. If I'm in a place where I don't feel like we're going to reach an actual resolve in this moment, let me sleep on it. Let me get in control of my emotions and feelings. And then let's talk about it, not when emotions are high. And that may take longer for me than it does for you. And to me, that's creating what? Like, what did I say? It's not even just a boundary, but it's like, if we really want to reach a resolve, you can't put me on a time limit because it's what you want, because it completely takes away
that's fair.
Me being able to show up in a way that where I'm just not saying anything just to get over this.
And in some points, sometimes I need space and he doesn't. Like,
right.
Like he does not need it. And I'd be like, I just want a minute.
And it's like, bitch, you okay?
Bruh, we got into a little thing. And it's funny because when we went out, right? We didn't get into it. But long story short, we just had a disagreement on the phone. And it was about defensiveness. So
who be defensive? He does or you do?
Who you think?
Bitch, you got a lot of issues. Look, the whole room, you, girl, he crip walking, tiptoeing around.
This is how the fight started. It wasn't a real fight. But I told him what happened with you. I'm like, bro, last night, someone told me that Mandii got in a fucking fight in Empanada Mama. And I was like, on a fucking Wednesday. And he was like, what? I'm like, yeah. He's like, who was it? I'm like, she doesn't know. And he said to me, see, this is why, like, y'all need to just be super careful when you're out. And he kept saying, y'all need to make sure that, like, you know, when you're with friends, like, you watch your back, like, don't be going out too drunk, don't be talking to people, I said, y'all, I didn't get in a fight, nigga. Who the fuck is y'all? This don't got nothing to do with me.
Okay.
I'm like, why are you laughing? Because I'm like, why are you saying y'all when Mandii got in a fight?
But you want to know what the most hilarious thing about her saying this is? One of the first things you said to me was, did she know you from the podcast? Did she maybe not like you from the internet?
That's I thought.
My point. So why are you so mad that he said y'all when immediately you attached it to the podcast that we have?
Bitch, they be mad at you.
Bitch, Cal.
I don't have Twitter.
Oh, it don't matter. Them goddamn beat girls about to come up and start throwing aluminum at your asshole.
I don't give a fuck, bitch, because I'll still go to jail.
And everything.
I'll go to jail and get right out. Anyway.
Don't act like they only hate me, bitch. There's people that don't agree with you too.
I'm joking.
Okay.
But
that's why he said
that was what I thought.
Y'all.
No, I thought it was, I did.
No, bitch, it was a bitch. I told you it was a bitch I didn't know.
But anyway, so when he kept saying, he's like, yo, I'm not even coming at you crazy. I'm just saying, I want you to be safe. I'm saying y'all because y'all are in a public space. But y'all wasn't at Empanada.
You just be wanting to argue.
Girl, I'm like, so if you mad, then hang up. And he hung up. And I was like, I can't
thought
believe
it was funny. Hold on. Not only that, let me tell you how Weezy hits me up asking about the fight. And I was like, it was in your ghetto ass neighborhood. This why I can't stay in your little motherfucking neighborhood.
I couldn't believe it.
I was like, your little ragged
It's a nigga I used to date, and he was like, bro, what the fuck just happened with Mandii? I'm like, what happened with Mandii? And so anyway.
Girl, no, and then it's embarrassing because we done called the cops. And then Larry June walked in.
Oh,
and he's
shit.
like, what happened? And I was like, nigga, I came out. Now I done got in a fight and shit. Like, a bitch just started hitting me. Mind you, the cops, and I'm like, this is Larry. The cops don't know who the fuck a Larry June is.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm talking to Larry, and I'm like, I just got in a whole fucking fight. We was only in here for 5 minutes.
Bro, I saw Fresco. He said he saw you that night.
Yeah, bro, I saw everybody that night.
Yeah, I didn't even ask about it. He's like, yo, I saw Mandii.
Literally left last lap and went to Empanada. I'm like, bitch, just get in the Empanada and I get in a whole fucking fight.
Oh, so this is how our disagreements go. And I hate that it turns into sex. I texted him because I was like, damn, he really hung up when I said hang up. I don't like that he said hang up. So I said, I'm going to this meeting with Mandii and we have to go to the show. If you ain't at my house, by the time I get home, I know something, nigga.
Oh, shit.
He was like, bitch, what the fuck?
Oh, what's wrong with you? And instead you invited him to Pergola. And
no, because we had plans.
5 o'clock in the morning.
So I called him after the show. I said, where the fuck you at? He said, why? I said, you better be at my goddamn house. He's like, you ain't fucking with me. I ain't fucking with you, nigga, but you better be there.
Oh,
but anyway, do you want to come to Pergola, bitch?
What is wrong with
I don't know. But no. So there was I was going to say a really cool question that I asked him recently that started some great dialogue that I want to share for anybody in a relationship.
Oh, this is the hors d'oeuvre. Come on, transition.
It ain't really a hors d'oeuvre, but
it's a tip.
It's a tip. It's a dating tip.
Okay.
So I have been having really good disagreements. So
if this ain't the most toxic thing,
wait,
really
no,
good disagreement.
No. You are going to have hard conversations.
Okay.
I'm saying like we've been really doing a good job with them, really respecting each other, not raising our voice, like
love that.
Taking time
Except
to listen.
when you yelled at him and say, bitch, get your ass at Pergola.
I don't feel like that counts. To me, that's not a real argument. You know, when an argument is tough, that's dumb shit.
You sound like my friends who say, girl, I ain't had dick in a long time. And I say the nigga and she was like, girl, he don't count. That's what this
Did that sound like a real argument to you?
I get what you're saying because I fuck around and do the same shit.
Yeah, that shit's dumb to me. But when we're really like talking about something.
Okay.
So I was watching couples therapy on the plane.
Oh, you talked about this?
No.
On
I
Patreon
just
a
asked
little
him this
bit.
2 days ago.
Oh, y'all still watching the show together?
Not together.
Okay.
I said, hey, I want to know something seriously. If we were with a therapist, what would you want that therapist to help me understand about you or myself that you feel like I don't get?
Good question.
Right?
Okay.
Because I'm really watching this show and I'm like, I don't feel like we have these problems, but I also don't know what problem he has with me. And he said, the only thing I would want a therapist to help you understand is that you need to be more intentional, mindful, and patient. And basically had said that he feels like I don't know how to slow down. And it's something he really doesn't like about me. And the other side of that, it's the thing that helps me get money. The hustler energy, I could be exhausted. I'm still going to get up, you know? So he's like, that's what I want you to understand. And I was like, okay, what's something I would want him to understand? And I said, I would want you to understand mental health a little bit more. So for me, because he's so hoteppy, I feel like he thinks everything can be fixed with a vitamin. When I tell him I'm feeling sluggish or I'm tired, and it's not funny, Mandii. He'd be like, yo, you need to take ashwagandha then.
Oh, God.
Look, and here go Wolf, like, absolutely.
Oh, God, we must stay healthy.
Bro, but like, it's not just that. Sometimes cognitively shit can be wrong. And he's like, no, like, you're not doing something healthy enough. Like, you don't understand. If I feel like I'm depressed, he's like, there's something else. Like, he
I
really.
think the same way.
You're the same.
I think the exact same way.
So wait, so you, then in her explanation of her wanting her partner to be more in tune with what mental health looks like, do you actually believe that your emotions and the way you feel is more inclined to your diet and what vitamins are in you and outside of the external forces? Like your environment, the people around you?
No,
like,
there's definitely, all things apply for sure.
Okay.
But 100%, what happens in your gut manifests everywhere else. I really believe in that. Come on, gang. Come on, gang. You know this is true, though. That's the crazy part.
Not fucking Ed and snapping over
You
here.
know this is true.
Aren't you from South? Where are you
I
from?
don't believe it's true for all. And that's the shit that fucks me up. We started talking about postpartum.
Okay.
Right?
Why? Baby, why?
I think a friend of mine has it.
Okay, good. Okay, just checking. Just checking, bitch.
Oh, no, girl.
Okay. Why?
What's that about?
Not right now. No, we were talking about my homegirl having postpartum, and he's like, you know, there's certain things she could take, like, you know, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, good. She just fucking fucking changed her whole body.
And her life.
He's like, I'm not saying it's not real. I'm just saying there's something she could be doing holistically. And it makes me so upset. And I know he doesn't mean it to be hurtful, but I'm such a believer in psychology, therapy, and mental health.
Yeah.
He's such a believer in dietary, vitamin, like naturopathy shit, that sometimes the way we're seeing things are like not matching. So anyway, say that to say, I thought it was a really healthy way to ask someone, what do you feel like I can't understand? What, like if you really had to sit down with a therapist, what would you know? What would you need to know? And we weren't petty about anything either. For him to say that he feels like I need to be more mindful and slow down, he's right. I work way too fast. I say things way too fast. I text too fast.
It's the ADD.
It is. And I'm sure he believes I have ADD because I'm not taking enough vitamins, bitch.
Valid.
So, anyway, let's get into love.
I love that we can give this to the audience. I am just currently not here. Like, I think this is the importance before we get into manifesting. I think it's for people who have a clear understanding of exactly what they want. And I think that is where a lot of women and men fail in the dating realm, is that they're waiting for someone to come and make them happy, or they're waiting for someone to come and fix what is wrong, but they don't have a clear inclination on what sort of healthy relationship with same-sex, opposite-sex, romance, what any of that really means to them. And so right now, when you talk about manifesting love, I'm still questioning what relationship dynamic I want, what things really would be considered red flags to me, what things I liked in my last relationship, what things I didn't. And really looking more at myself. And I think realizing, I don't know, I think I'm a little bit more Tracy Ellis Ross than I'd like to be. I really like my alone time. I like my space. I like being able, in a selfish way, to pick up and drop people when I want. And I know that wouldn't be great for a relationship. I like putting my work and friends first before any nigga, before anything. And so in the place where I'm still trying to figure out myself, I can't at all manifest love because I don't think...
But you have said, even in the last month, you wanted a partner.
No. Baby, I want multiple partners. Baby, the way I was dating a whole couple and sharing it with all the niggas in my phone. Like, right. I actually like the idea of multiple people. I don't think one person can please me. Like, there's a guy right now, and here's another reason why I don't know what I want. Bitch, there's a nigga right now. Bitch, we've been having 3-hour phone calls.
Ooh.
Do you want to know the crazy part about this nigga?
Tell me.
He has a fucking accent. Bitch, I done spent 7 years talking about how a bitch don't like accents.
What kind of accents?
Y'all know I can't do it. But
Caribbean?
He's like from the northern part of Britain. No, bitch, he's British. But he's not an in it nigga.
Maybe that's really hard.
He's from the north. So he was trying to explain the Game of Thrones to me, but I ain't ever watched the gots. So
it sounds kind of Irishy.
Bitch, it sounds Irishy.
Like Scotlandish.
Like, hey, how are you doing?
What the fuck do you look like?
Today my day. I don't fucking know. Bitch, fine.
Not a country bitch with a motherfucking...
You see, I can't do it. But literally, we talk for like...
Where'd you meet him?
Instagram.
Let me see.
You want to see him? His Instagram don't really have much on it.
While you're searching for that, I actually think you can manifest multiple partners with these practices.
By
the way,
I'm gonna just Google him because he ain't got much happening on the Instagram.
I love him, and he said, "I'll just Google him."
Don't describe him. Don't say shit because you like to start getting it in. These bitches on the motherfucking blogs want to start putting 2 and 3 and 4 together and going through shit.
Not 2, 3, 4, 5.
2 and 3, 4, 5. But yeah, let's start with the thing and then.
So I got this manifestation list from, if you want to check her out, at FAERIE Godmother, GAWDMUVA. It's an underscore, and you can check out her website, Holistic Healing Grounds. But yeah, damn, he fine. He was on a TV show.
That nigga damn, you see how she just started talking too much?
What? I don't know what show was.
He is into the arts.
Oh.
He is not an actor. He is not anything of such.
Did I say too much?
Yeah, I don't want nothing known.
My bad.
Oh.
I can't see the show. The movie, script,
Broadway,
content, YouTube creator.
YouTube.
Anyway, all right, let's get into the first tip for manifesting love.
Let's do it.
One of the best ways and most effective ways to not only manifest, but literally get anything you want, even if it's not love, is by visualization.
Yes.
Okay, let's try it. Close your eyes, Mandii.
Here we go with this bullshit.
And let your mind create the perfect image of what your dream partner looks like.
Method Man.
What do they smell like?
Really expensive, like Baccarat. I like niggas, bro. Sorry.
Okay,
Baccarat.
what does he feel like? What does it?
Smooth. I don't really like a hairy nigga.
And hold the image.
Oh, and solid. I like solid too.
Start to see it.
Bitch, I see him every day on the Instagram.
And try to bring it forward to you in this reality.
He's married. Can't do it.
Oh, shit.
I think that's another thing.
Visualization is really
Visualization. I get the visualization, but like, I have a type, so I know my nigga gonna be fine, but there's layers to it.
So it's
like
crazy.
who I just showed you don't look like Method Man.
In my visualization, I had always had dreams about locks and getting married to a nigga with locks. Even when I dated Old Bay, he was bald. Always envisioned locks to the point where when he would see niggas with locks, he'd be like, there go your type. And it wasn't just a type. I've always talked about it on Horrible, but like, I always felt it. I don't know if it's because I like bitches and I need the mane, like a fucking line. I don't know what it is, but I've always loved it. It's always
Wait, now that I think about it, almost, I don't know what Lambo ever looked like, but every other nigga that has had a nickname on this podcast didn't have dreads. Didn't look at all how you used to say you like niggas. None of them look like that.
I know, but you know I always said that's what I like.
That's what you like, but none of the niggas you actually dated or talked about on this pod look like that. Which is why even when we were on tour and you were like, "Ooh, this is the type of niggas I like," I was like,
Hospital Dick had dreads and Lambo had twists.
Okay.
But, no, even when I dated white boys, they had long hair. I always loved locks. So, one of the things that apparently was bad advice. Writing it down, getting a journal dedicated to what you want, writing down things has a special effect, and writing our desires down is also magical. When we write things down, we're creating the room for it to happen, and we're declaring it to the universe what we want, and you cannot leave details out.
I think that's why I said before you start to writing on paper, you have to know what you want.
Yes.
And so this doesn't work like even in terms, I was on the phone with Crystal on the way here and I was like, girl, this bitch got us talking about love and manifesting. You know, I don't want to manifest none of these niggas because I hate all this shit. But I was like, you know, I actually would like to manifest any nigga in my life to not waste my time because I don't want that. And I want someone who can be intentional about what they want with me. And so I was like, oh, I guess I can't have a conversation with Weezy.
So speaking of intention, I read this off. One of the things she brought up in this thing is flowers. So I told my man about your ex with the flowers.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I felt bad for Mandii when she talked about it on Horrible because niggas really was like, oh, he got you flowers, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, that was ugly though.
First thing he said to me was, she's absolutely right. It shows how unintentional.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, just don't fucking give flowers.
Just don't give it. Yeah.
See, me, I like any flower. He knows my favorite, but I like anything.
No.
He's like, but if you told me a specific flower and I couldn't find it, I wouldn't get it.
It's the same conversation we had a couple weeks ago about the ring. If I tell you I like fucking silver and you get me gold, fuck you, nigga. Like, you're not intentional. You're not listening to me. I think that's another thing. I think it's important to know what you don't want as well as what you want. Like, to me, I think I know now too, I want to manifest someone who's emotionally available, who's legally available. I don't want to be no side chick no more. I ain't talking to no married niggas.
That bitch like legally blind.
But like also being open to this poly dynamic. What really does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
Am I, you know what I mean? Like, I'm still trying to figure that out.
Well, in the writing, you can also talk about where you'd want an ideal date to take place, what you want to do on the date, what type of flowers do you want him to bring you? Is dessert on the menu or are you? All things on how you envision this thing to happen, including sex magic. I talked about me doing this.
This is where go.
Sex magic is very simple and very effective. When you use sex magic, you can always get exactly what you want if you do it right. Simplest way to use sex magic. When you are about to climax, literally all you do is say what you want. The orgasms have a very intense an alchemical energy to them that helps us manifest whatever we want. When we use our orgasm as a medium, we can tap into our wishes and our desires to materialize it with speed. Bitch, I'm not joking. Me and this nigga.
Talk about your light as a feather, sip as a board ass shit right now.
I have been doing the sex magic for a minute. And what's crazy is like JD and my homegirl Stephanie are super close because they tap into shit together. And me and Stephanie laugh because I'd be like, oh, you want your witchy shit. But in reality, I've been doing a lot of this shit. When I wrote shit down about what I wanted from him, I don't know if I've ever told this on Horrible, and this is pretty vulnerable, but I want to say what I did because I couldn't believe it happened. When we got back from Tulum in January, I felt so close to him. And I was so disappointed that I hadn't met his family yet. I was like, damn, it's been 6 months, whatever, like, what the fuck? So I wrote down in my phone, if he didn't introduce me to his family soon, I was going to break up with him, no matter how much I was in love with him. Swear to God. The next day, I had lunch plans with Gabby for 2:00. He calls me, 12. He said, hey, are you busy later? I'm like, no. Well, yeah, because I have plans with Gabby. He's like, okay, because I want you to come to my mom's birthday party and meet my mom. And I was like, bro, I wrote this shit down the night before. Now, I'm not saying I did anything magical or witchy, but I did feel like there was a tie to me and my brain setting this, like, you know, standard for myself. I didn't feel like he was hiding me, but I felt like it wasn't progressing as fast as I wanted it to. And when that happened, I literally told him on the car ride home, I don't know if you felt this from me, but I was going to break up with you if you didn't introduce my life to your family. And he said to me, like, I have to do things on my own time. Like, I don't know why you were feeling like that. You never even brought it up.
That was going to be my literal question. Like, you to write that in the phone, my literal question was going to be like, but did he know this? Did he know what it meant to you? Did he know that you were hung up or felt it was going slow because this was considered a milestone for you?
Right.
You have to be able to communicate those things too before
I think that was the biggest mistake I made.
Yeah.
He was laughing like, oh, maybe we really tapped in with each other because you ain't never say that. To me, I just kind of felt like I never wanted to push a dude. And I had been in a very weird place of, and you know, even talking to Anwar about expectations and shit like that. I was in such a weird place. I ended up getting what I want, of course, and the person I want. But how do I assert myself in the things I'm looking for in dating without giving an ultimatum? Because what I wrote down was an ultimatum
too. And this was an ultimatum.
But he didn't know it was.
When you talked about even how you made Obey become your boyfriend. You didn't like the relationship he was having with this other bitch, and you were like, no, I need to be your girlfriend or I'm out. And I agree. I think that going in with that, like, the ultimatum literally sets the precedent on untruths.
Which was what made me scared to tell him, I need to meet your parents. I thought, okay, this has to be as natural as possible.
How after recognizing that would have been an ultimatum, going forward, are there ways in which you know how to express the things that you want?
I figured it out.
Okay. What is that?
I would feel more connected and closer to you if I got to meet your family. Instead of saying, you must do this. And I didn't do any of them. It just happened naturally, but it was kind of crazy that I wrote that shit down. The next one is affirmations. I know you talk about affirmations even in our book. So it says, affirmations are not only for you, but it's meant to help us master and conquer what we want, and even if that includes love. When you affirm healthy, divine, real, and long-lasting love, you are creating a frequency and a vibration that'll make it happen. Example of affirmations that you can do. My soulmate is just as eager to meet me as I am.
Ooh,
and
they are actually opposite of my affirmation.
And they are closer to finding me each and every day. I am attracting love that is perfect and divine for me. I am someone's dream partner, and they would enjoy a lifetime of happiness with me. The love I aspire to have is the love that I will have. Love is my vibration, and it gravitates me towards bringing in my forever person. These are love affirmations.
I know. So those aren't the affirmations I align with.
Well, these aren't solo affirmations.
So when the book comes out, my affirmations are heavily into self affirmations.
This is love affirmation.
I know,
they can both exist.
No, I get it. I'm personally saying, in terms of a manifesting someone else in this fashion, like, to me, it's leaning more into self. Like, I'm worthy of whatever, to me, honestly, whatever the universe can give me, but I'm strong. I love myself. I'm happy. It's entering more things into and focusing on myself than what someone's addition will do for me.
I think self-love is a different and separate thing.
Okay.
Because I've practiced a lot of self-love work probably over the last few years, right? But when I wanted to get serious about manifesting love, this was becoming included. So, yes, self-love is always a practice we should have. This also doesn't talk at all about love making you happy.
It's funny because
this is just saying, I am attracting a love that's perfect for me. I really like that one because I've fallen in love with people that weren't perfect for me. Hospital Dick is the perfect example. I was in love with him. He was in love with me. Our love was not perfect for me.
It's interesting.
And like, you can,
I get that.
You know, like I didn't want it to end or I didn't want to let it go. But in reality, I didn't understand that there was something more fitting for me. Old Bay was fitting to my lifestyle. Hospital Dick was fitting to the type of romance I wanted. I just kind of was happy with what I had.
I think, and I can't wait for you guys to read the book. When I even think about where affirmations showed up, it was in the chapter that I heavily leaned on others for my self-worth, the valuation of what I deserved. And so like, I guess because of the traumatic ways in which I showed up and had people dictate my self-worth, my affirmations disregard every outside source and literally help to affirm me with being comfortable with where I see myself outside of anyone else coming in and being able to add any value to.
Well, for example, I don't know if anyone's ever manifested money, but I have. I think I manifested having an amazing business, and that's an outside source. Like, a lot of the things I manifested are not things within. It's shit that I want. And so, at the time that I'd wanted love, my affirmations didn't look like this, but my favorite in this is a love that's perfect because I used to get angry when things didn't happen for me. For example, maybe it's a gig I wanted. Like, what the fuck? But I didn't realize I needed to make way. I consistently talk about that MTV gig that I never got. And I remember Alex told me, you're going to have a TV show of your own by the end of the year. If I would have done that gig, I could have never have made my own. I'm on season 4 of Sex Cells. Like, that's crazy because I made it up.
Right.
So I do think manifesting can be healthy. I think it's okay to ask for outside things, but also knowing if the shit that you're in didn't work out, you don't have to feel like it's the be all end all. Every love is going to teach you something. You've learned a lot from your ex. You know now what you don't like, what you won't accept. If we don't have that certain type of love, how the fuck we going to know for the next motherfucker? You really won't. Imagine if you see someone with slight traits of narcissism.
Oh, I'm out.
Right. And
also,
some
I
women,
don't like niggas past 2 weeks, so there's that.
Well, anyway, you want to hit up JD. I'll put her IG in the Instagram and her website, holistichealinggrounds.com. So let's get into the Heaux Mail.
But we got Heaux Mail. We made it to Heaux Mail, y'all.
It's because all she did was talk about me. That's why I picked it. I'm just kidding.
I literally went right over that one.
You saw it?
Mm-hmm. So go ahead. This is an episode about Weezy. I don't like the sex magic, the affirmations.
I'm fucking around. It's only because we got it last night. Good evening, beautiful ladies. One of your foreign, spicy Latina listeners here. First-time listener, long-time listener, first-time writer. I'm a young, successful 25-year-old that's been in a monogamous relationship for 2 years. I've been in Denver, Colorado, just moving out of the city, back in the burbs, and I feel like my world's spinning. I miss being a hoe, miss being a city girl, and I want to expand my relationship. My boyfriend has, and this is in quotations, allowed me to step out of the relationship with women, but not men. I say allowed because I never asked for this, not that I care, but I've never been with a woman even though I'm sexually attracted. I have an old fling, a friend of my ex, who's been on my line, and one cold Colorado night, I just decided to say, fuck it, I texted back. I've crossed that imaginary cheating line by engaging with this man, by how badly I described always wanting to fuck him. Backstory, I tried to fuck with a friend of my ex's and he ate me out and I cried, like Weezy said, and it's the only time in my life I've been a total sub and begged for dick ever since he fucked me. He didn't even let me suck it, and I was dying to suck him dry. He likes to remind me I was coming and squirming while he was fully dressed. And he says back that he only had 3 bodies and he didn't want to let me down, huh? Anyway, I've been swayed by the fact that I could have fucked him years ago and I just really want to be completely dommed. So my question is, how do I break it to my boyfriend that I want to get wrecked by an old friend? Or do I cheat? Or do I sweep it under the rug and act like nothing happened after I do it? P.S. Weezy, I want to be your friend. I really love the black and white nails. Any insight to that? I'll tell you about them. Also, not trying to be up Weezy's ass. I love you too, Mandii. You inspire me to be bolder with men. Much love.
Yeah, nah, not like me, because she on some bullshit.
She said you inspire her. She
That's
said
cool.
she was like,
I'm reading this thing like, bitch, I don't want you to be inspired if this how you moving.
damn, girl, she asking a question. Calm down.
I mean, I think she
You don't like her because she said I'm cool?
No, I don't like that she's done already admitted that she's already crossed the boundary that she has with her nigga.
With texting and shit,
Your
another
nigga
dude.
already said you could step out on women. You don't like women, so why is that even an option? You should have told him immediately, yo, I don't even like women. If I want to expound on my relationship, I want to get wrecked and fucked by other men. If your partner is not down for that, which I assume he's not, you need to just go ahead and exit this relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Like we talked about even in my throuple scenario, like I'm super against cheating. I'm also super against people violating fucking boundaries. That happened in my last relationship. If this man is willing to allow you to expound on your relationship by dealing with women, and you don't even like women, and you can already acknowledge
She said she don't like women?
She said she doesn't like women there. Then she's already texting a nigga that she want to get fucked by, and is even acknowledging that I've already crossed the boundary because technically I'm already cheating by letting this man know I've been wanting him to pound me.
Right.
Bro, break up with your nigga.
I think you've got to present the option before the breakup, mainly because...
And tell him you cheated on him already.
Sometimes I think men are giving us the leeway to fuck another woman because they want to fuck another woman.
Or because they don't view that as cheating. But that has to do with their own security, their own place that they're in. And it's just so crazy because, again, we be wanting... Like, first off, her even saying she's in a 2-year monogamous relationship. Go ahead and remove the word monogamous because you want to open it. So then the conversation needs to be with you and your partner heavily about what that looks like and if you both are in agreement to opening it. Same situation I just dealt with my throuple. Like, to me, you want to expound. He allowed you to do something that you don't even want. And so you're going behind him doing something that you're already considering cheating because you know if you tell your man this, he's not going to like that you out here telling another nigga you want him to pound you down.
And the problem too with like where the texting has gone, right? Now you've created like this huge fucking fantasy that it's going to be really hard to not, like you're going to want it because you can't have it. So
I want to know what I inspired because I don't inspire none of y'all to cheat.
She said she inspired her to be bolder with men. Damn.
Clearly, she telling this nigga I want you to ram me even while she got a boyfriend. I want to inspire you bitches to be honest and truthful with your partners and yourselves. She not honest with herself right now. She needs to just go to her nigga and be like, yo, I want to get fucked by somebody else. And I don't like women.
Yeah, you either have to present like we need to start.
You got to be truthful with what you actually
want. And an old friend is a definite no.
Bro.
My nigga would never let me fuck an ex.
Bro.
Or someone like from the past.
Even I'm confused by this. She's saying it's one of her ex's friends. That's how you read it. I heard it the whole time that this is one of her ex's friends. Bitch, you trifling. I mean, yes, I know I dealt with teammates, but that don't count. The trade deadline. Niggas ended up on the same team. I ain't asked for it. You know what I mean? Niggas went from the East Coast to the West Coast and then ended up in the same locker room. I don't know what to tell you. But I'm not going after my ex's friends. Bro.
I'm telling you, it's a bad girl fantasy right now. Like you're doing something bad. No, I don't even think.
No. To me, she just needs to.
And you said you want to be dominated, then you may have to introduce that too. Like
there's just so many conversations she hasn't had with her partner for real. And so before she like is looking to expound on this relationship, I think she has to sit with herself and be like, yo, why do I want someone else in this relationship?
Agreed.
What am I not getting? What do I feel like I'm missing out on?
She's just bored.
And then also that
she said she's bored.
Well, let's be very honest. That's a very difficult conversation to have with your partner. To come to them and be like, kind of bored with this. Still love you. Still want to be together. But you bore me, and so I want excitement from someone else.
It's all about, like,
that's hard.
For example, relationships. My life might be boring if I wasn't living in New York City. Nigga, we're doing something every other day.
I love New York.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
love it.
When you have a city where you can bounce around and be playful, like, there is a lot of times where you can get bored. I remember feeling a little bored with my ex in Orlando. We had to kind of, like, move around, drive to Tampa for a night, do something fun, go to the beach. Like, you kind of got to move around. So I think, what you're feeling right now is just an overall boredom. I don't think your partner's boring you. If
well, yeah, because she said she went from Denver to the suburbs.
Yeah, that shit probably sucks. And Denver already wouldn't excite me, so no
Denver's
shade.
so beautiful.
It's beautiful,
I love the snowy mountains, and I mean, there's probably not enough Black people out there.
Dub lives there, but that's
we know one. But you named one, and she's an ex. She moved from Boston.
She's Latina, so you're right.
She moved from one fucking white ass city to another.
Yeah,
she moved
I think
from
you
Boston
guys need to do this. Take a quick sex vacation. Do a little road trip. Drive to a hotel. Do some dirty fun shit. Try to get the edge off. And once you guys try something new sexually and explorative, you're already going to be on a high. Then start getting into some fun conversations about the what ifs. And if it sounds like a hard no for him, then that's probably not the relationship for you.
Yeah, I'm open with y'all just being open with your partners. But I think before you come to your partners and before you step out, you genuinely have to be able to know, and that's what I talked about, the manifesting. I genuinely don't know what I want right now.
Yeah.
So if you're in a relationship and you just feel like you're missing out on something, you have to come to what would make you happy? What is it that you want? Because it might just be a one night out, a one night stand that you're looking for to get you to completely be back.
I don't think so. I think once you get a taste, I think you want all of it. I mean, nigga, you let me taste a filet mignon. I want to eat it again.
I mean, I think that's the thing too. A lot of us are confined to believing that a monogamous relationship is what we want when really it's not.
Don't give me no good dick, bitch.
Not that we convincing all of y'all hoes to not be monogamous.
Sorry. Oh, anyway, a lot of you asked me about black and white nails. This is a quick story. I always used to wear white toes. I stubbed my toe. The toe turned black. I went, not joking.
You got a black toe?
This was 2020. I went to the nail place. She's like, I can't do white because it looks black still. I'm like, but I need white toes. She goes, do one white, one black.
That's crazy.
Sorry, I said it like that. Anyway, that's why I wear black, white nails.
That's crazy.
It's not black anymore. It's a new toe. Why are you doing that face right now? If I would have had a vitamin, I wouldn't have had the dried up blood turn black. Must stay healthy.
I think it's a great story.
Dog, I wish it was something cooler. People be like, oh my God, is it because you're mixed?
That's pretty cool.
Not is it because you are biracial.
Bitch, for real.
Is it because you're black?
I was with BDD, and literally it was a dumbbell, bitch, boom on my shit.
Damn.
I know. So anyway, that's why I do black and white.
I do white toes for the hoes. So
white toes are so sexy.
White toes for the hoes. You know what's crazy? They said white toes is for men. Love white toes. French is for the bitches. Like, I love seeing a bitch with French toes.
Do you?
No, not yours. I don't want to see yours. I don't want to see yours.
Let me show you. I don't have
Why?
And the other ones,
I like French toes.
It does look nice and clean.
I just got done from French because I'm like, bitch,
Dave,
I'm about to go
come
to
here.
Atlanta.
Let's sell them. Take a pic.
Oh, wait. See, no.
I have one black.
You have one black, one white. I like the white tips.
I got one white tip.
Yeah, but I don't like.
You don't like one black, one white?
No, I don't.
You don't like white tip?
I like.
Hey, beauty girl.
I like white toes, but on women, for me, I really like.
You have a boyfriend? You want to manifest? What?
Okay. I think this at this point.
See, isn't that crazy?
What'd I say? What happened? Sorry.
All right, well, y'all, if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're listening to us on any of the DSPs, make sure you also hit that subscribe, that download.
They don't know what DSP,
stars.
girl.
DSP, anything that's not YouTube, bitch. If you listening to us, if you just listening, ho.
Okay. Tell them to ask.
And if you want to go ahead and support us and hear more of our stories and more solo episodes like these, make sure you join us on the Patreon. That's patreon.com/horrible decisions. Thank you guys. And until next time, bitches, it's been another episode of Horrible Decisions.
Bye, niggas.
Bye.
And Latinas and whites and Asians.
What happened? If you haven't heard Monday's episode yet, it is the same exact guest, which we've never done.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, we haven't.
Oh,
but we
little back to
literally-
back. Shout out to Drake. He's back. No, I'm kidding.
Actually, he is.
How? From that one song with Gordo?
No, he's got like
First off, he
100
dropped 2 with Gordo, Healing and Sideways. And then he just dropped 100 gigabytes of new music.
Ooh, is this?
Did you hear? This is
First
biracial
off, don't do
sticking
that.
together.
Don't do that.
I'm not gonna hold you. For the next couple of months, this is how people are gonna listen to Drake.
People phony. I ain't gonna hold you. People is just sheep. Cause I done been to a whole lot of parties, whole lot of clubs, a whole different country, and baby Drake was going off, and the girls and the boys was
But I'm not
dancing
gonna
to
lie,
it.
you know what was too? They Not Like Us was
listen, They Not Like Us. I've heard
They
Not Like Us every day since it came out. Like just accident, just walking around, someone played it. But you know that clip of Drewski dancing to Grease? Like when it's like a little meme of him dancing. He's like, this is like a meme of Drewski dancing on a boat to a Drake song. Like you forget that the minute there's a banger, everyone's gonna be like, oh, like goodness gracious.
It has to be a banger.
Literally.
Goodness gracious, or the Super Soul with Yachty's out right now. It's all over TikTok.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. He's still dropping, and I don't even like
that song was just so
music.
Good.
That shit was Gordo.
By the way, how crazy is it that revamps happen? I don't know if anyone ever heard of Gordo before. He looked very familiar to me. When I used to rave with Vinny back in the day, one of my favorite DJs was this dude named DJ Carnage because he would play trap shit. I'm looking at him.
That's him?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
That's 10 years ago.
Look at that.
So I'm talking to a friend of mine, like, why would they do that? And it's like, because when you're boxed in, if you don't rename.
Didn't Hitmaker do that? Hitmaker did
Hitmaker did that. So did 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz used to be Titty Boy.
Titty Boy. DTP, serving the piece we know about 2 Titty.
Hello.
Well, anyway. Oh, that's right. Here we go. See what happened, Jay?
Yeah.
So the same thing that happened that day. No. Jay comes in. I wanted to do this outline about marriage because when I clicked on your Instagram, I'm like, oh my God, he's happy. Mm-hmm. Okay. And you were getting a gift for your husband that day, I think, but we ended up getting so deep in combo. And
into
one of which
sexuality.
We need to talk about off the top.
Yes.
The Gabrielle Union.
Yeah, so now y'all came to your senses that I was right?
Listen,
I didn't say you were right.
It's not that we think that you have more ground to stand on than we initially gave you.
Thank you.
But also, I'm not going to be up here saying she's not a great actress, but then if I look at the rankings, I go, oh, where am I putting her? Where am I putting her? So, you know, I think this is a black people we need to have a referendum in the black community. Everyone's gonna get a pamphlet and everyone can vote and we'll figure out where we're gonna place. Angela Bassett, we know she's above, Angela Bassett is above Gabrielle Union, of course.
Is she above Viola Davis?
If there is, you know how people do tiers where you're worth 5 points, 4 points, 3 points, 2 points, 1 point?
Yes.
Gabrielle Union is a 2-pointer.
Or 3?
I would not even put her at 3 points.
Then who's your 3-pointers?
Who's 3?
So
if Viola and Angela are 5.
Yeah.
And Keke Palmer's 4.
We're giving Keke Palmer 4.
Okay, right.
We're giving Keke 4 and not 3?
I would give Keke Palmer 3.
Okay.
I would give her 3.
But then I got to give Gabrielle Union a 3.
I think Keke's above Gabrielle in terms of acting
I have
skill.
Gabrielle at a 2.
Wow. Wow.
I have like Megan Good at a 1. Don't do that. What? Is she done? Is she done? Baby, there has been zero rage with Megan Good. Not you getting your inhaler. Hold on, y'all are asking me.
I already needed it, but that took it over.
Y'all are asking me where I'm placing the people. So I got Megan Good.
Really? Who's
Hold on, I'm about let me see.
Weezy live up to her nickname.
Hey.
Okay, a 4. I would probably put.
Oh my God.
Like an Octavia Spencer, Kerry Washington.
I'm sweating.
Kerry Washington ain't up there in 5?
I would put Kerry Washington at a 4.
I'll give Kerry 4 or 5.
I would give her a 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Octavia Spencer 4 or 5.
Okay. She got hardware. Okay, yeah. Oh my God, that got me.
That was funny.
Yeah,
What do you
just a shot that I wasn't ready for you to take.
What do you have against Cousin Skeeter?
No, so here, baby, don't do that. Because even she had mad years from then to get better. And Harlem in that recent black divorce
Halle Berry's
shit.
at a 5, sorry.
No, Halle Berry, I would put at a 4.
Hold on, this is crazy. I just typed in African American actors.
Same, me too.
It comes up as the 3rd image.
Well, you just caught a snippet of some bonus content over on our Patreon.
How are you not a subscriber yet? How? Patreon.com/horrible decisions for a bunch of really fun content from us.